Myth number 1. Horror shows evil things, therefore Christians shouldn't watch it. I'm going to say something that might surprise you. This objection isn't 100% false. What I mean by that is this statement gets the first half right, but falls apart at the conclusion. People often misread scripture and completely dismiss genres like thriller and horror. The conclusion is essentially that anything portraying evil is wrong. But more specifically, people will think that portraying things that make us uncomfortable is wrong. You'll find nothing supporting that argument in scripture. In fact, you'll find quite the opposite. Let's look at how the Bible depicts violence. First, there's Judges 4, 20-22, where Jael drives a tent peg through a man's skull. You won't find that in any Christian pop music. And of course, people will say, well, that's just the Old Testament. The New Testament is completely different. No, it isn't. The Gospels give us a brutal account of the crucifixion. These passages don't just mention sin or the brutality of the world that we live in passing. So the question is, if God himself doesn't shy away from portraying evil in his word, why the heck should we as storytellers? I think it's a bit of a double standard to say that you shouldn't see depictions of evil, which by the way would rule out every story ever told, including the Bible, and then read about the rape of Tamar and Dinah and be totally cool with that. Like, yeah, that makes zero sense to me. The issue isn't the fact that these things are shown in scripture. It's how God shows them that's important. To brush off the darker side of the truth is, in my opinion, a bit naive and ignorant. God doesn't shield us from the truth of the brutality of sin. He's unapologetically transparent with us, and I think that we as artists need to emulate that.